like a bowl.
All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about the power of silence and why men should learn to cultivate this ability. Women don't like silence, first of all. Women, people in general. But women don't like silence because a lot of the times, as human animals, we thrive on verbal validation, not just knowing that somebody likes us. So you can, if you learn to leverage silence and not just not communicating, but also learning how to communicate in a silent way through the strategies I'm going to be teaching you today, you can learn to emanate an aura of power, an aura of high status, and you'll notice that people look at you differently when you apply the things that I'm about to teach you guys, okay? By the way, we're having a seminar in London. I want you guys to attend by clicking on the description down below. You guys can purchase the tickets. It's actually going to be about nonverbal communication. So if you guys want to attend the seminar, purchase it in the description down below. Work with me one-on-one. If you guys ever want to, if you guys have a problem with a girl, you guys can call me and we could talk it out by clicking on the description down below. And let's begin with the video. Even when it comes to the actual silence, right? Humans need noise. It's a recent adaptations for humans to need something always in the background. Before computers, people had the television where they would keep the television turned on for all day. Why? Because humans are not comfortable with silence. And this uncomfortability with silence is really an adaptation. It's really a learned adaptation. Silence affects people mostly who have separation anxiety. Separation anxiety disorder commonly develops after a person experiences a major stress or loss, such as a death of a loved one, a pet, or change of schools, divorce, or some disaster that separates an individual from their loved ones. Additionally, having parents who are overly protective or intrusive might lead to separation anxiety. Right? So if you meet a man or a woman who've been through these types of situations, most likely your silence will affect them more, especially people who were neglected by their parents. Why? Because silence makes people feel uncomfortable, right? Humans want to understand. And when they don't fully understand you, they'll naturally be drawn to you. Not because you're someone special, but because humans naturally want to understand what they don't understand. A sense of uncertainty about the future generates strong threat or alert response in your limbic system. Your brain detects something is wrong, and your ability to focus on other issue diminishes. So that means when they feel through your silence that maybe your silence is because you're about to leave them, all of a sudden you become the center of their attention. All of a sudden, them not knowing what's inside of you, you keeping your cards close to you, they begin to lose interest in other things and focus on what's causing them this anxiety, and that's you. And that's why all of a sudden they'll begin to think of you. They'll begin to see you everywhere. They'll get obsessed with you. They'll want to see all your photos and posts and stuff like that, right? Because you're causing them a release of a stress hormone called what's it not oxytocin, not dopamine. You know what I'm talking about. I completely forgot about that stress hormone. Which one is it? Cortisol. There you go, cortisol. All right. Your brain doesn't like uncertainty. It's like a type of pain, something to be avoided. Certainty, on the other hand, feels rewarding, and we tend to steer towards it, even when it might be better for us to remain uncertain. Right? The brain likes to know what is going on by recognizing patterns in this world. It feels certain. And when somebody does not sense the patterns, cannot come to conclusions from the patterns you're throwing at them, because at the end of the day, when we talk to people, we are creating patterns, whether we know it or not, because we are humans. We repeat ourselves. People never do things just once. We're creating a pattern. Silence always breaks that pattern. Silence creates a roadblock between me and having certainty. And if you cause uncertainty, all of a sudden, all of my brain will focus on you. All of my resources, my anxiety, everything will be focused on you. Yeah. Now, is it healthy? Of course not, right? But this pretty much depends on people's individual attachment styles, right? This usually has not much of an effect on people with secure attachment styles. They usually feel, which is 50% of the population, they usually feel the anxiety and find a way to cope with it without using you, right? Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. It feels good to be right. It feels good to get it right. But also, if you want to increase the feeling, you create a little uncertainty, and then you give them certainty. And the silence, and silence could be anything, right? It could be that you don't tell people how you feel. It could be that you pull away a little bit. It could be that you are on vacation and you don't respond. It could be that you don't respond for 10 minutes. It could be that you don't respond for 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. It could be that you take a whole day to respond. The point is, in that state of mind, you're their center, right? Now, remember, the brain is active when it's anticipating something, right? Rather than when it literally receives it. In other words, the human brain gets more active when it's waiting for you. When it's trying to find out what's going on inside of you, it gets more active. It gets more engaged. Actually, it's actually more fun for the brain, even though it's calorically taxing, right? So it actually gets more engaged and focuses on you more when they're trying to figure you out. But once they figure you out, they go on to the next thing. Now that don't mean that they will stop loving you. That just means that you're not their center as much, because now they fully have you. It's like when your arm hurts, when your arm breaks, you're not focused on your arm when it's healthy. But all of a sudden when it breaks, you're Googling everything about your arm. It's the same thing here, right? Where all of your attention is on you because now you're threatening their self-esteem through your silence. So we always feel anxious if there's risk of rejection, right? So it's kind of like when you always want to make the person, and this is unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate. Always make the person feel like that this acceptance that I have of you is not unconditional. You should always find a way to communicate that is not unconditional. Because if you show that you unconditionally love them despite what they do, they're not going to feel that fear of rejection one day. And that means that they're going to take you for granted. You know, you want to keep their brains active. Always keep them engaged. Always think about the neurochemistry of the person's brain when you're talking to them. Anxiety it's good sometimes. Now, how do you create some uncertainty outside of silence, right? Outside of pulling away, silent treatment, or even that's why people do pulling, like when you do the silent, when you do when you pull back and you don't talk to an ex, they usually come back when you do that. But what are other ways to use silence to create more uncertainty? How do you do that? For example, let's just say you're talking to someone and they're friends with you. All right, guys. So I want you guys to check out my online course called Dark Game. That's right, people. Dark Game. And this course is pretty much, I review to you the secret tactics, the secret techniques to create attraction in almost any woman, right? But not just attraction to the point that makes her want to see you all the time, where she's the one initiating all the contact, right? Now just imagine to be able to keep all of the girls in your life that you lost because of your stupidity. Imagine, and I had stupidity too. Imagine being able to keep them. Imagine being able to have 5, 6 women available to you, wanting to see you. Imagine being able to create intense relationships where they're all doing all the work. People, that kind of stuff does exist, people. Now, I'm not going to promise you that you're going to bang like 40, 50 women. I'm going to promise you that you're going to be able to keep the women you have, that you get with. I can promise you that keeping them will increase with this course. But let me keep showing you something. This course is pretty huge, people. It's a huge course. This course has over 50 videos, right? And some of them you could get for free. If you just sign up, you get free videos, right? But in these videos, let me show you guys the course, right? All right, guys. Shit. That's me right there, right? In this video, I pretty much teach you guys how to find your purpose. Right? All this is how to find your purpose, discovering your purpose, right? I teach you guys then about female psychology, all of the principles about female psychology you guys need to understand. I then teach you guys the mindset, the proper mindset that you guys need to deal with women. After that, I teach you guys 21 videos on how to game. I mean, it's pretty much unbelievable, man. I gotta make this available, right? But it's unbelievable how many, I pretty much put everything, outer game, social circuit game, strategies, threesomes, foursomes, everything, right? And on top of that, I give you guys a few bonuses: how to overcome approach anxiety, why you can't take actions, a Dickens pattern to change your mentality, how to go from open to transitions, right? 81 minute long, people. This is like I don't know how long this is, but this is hours, and I mean hours worth of content, and you get a 30-day money back guarantee. I mean, you without questions asked, all for $99. People, this could be around a few thousands, to be honest with you, right? But you guys get it for $99, right? All you gotta do is just go over here, purchase the course, and you'll get access to it. And if you don't like it, you could just message me and get your money back, people. Look, man, don't be hard-headed, people. Don't be hard-headed. This is the course that you guys need, right? It gives you guys everything. I cover everything. I could promise you, man, you're not gonna get a more in-depth course on how to attract women and keep them more than this. All right. Anyways, people, check it out. 30-day money back guarantee. There is no risk, and you can get the free course. You can get the free trial. The free trial are these videos that you get for free, right? You guys could just sign up. You could watch all of these videos for free, right? And you don't have to pay. All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys inside. I want to see you guys inside because, again, people, you can't lose nothing. There's a 30-day money back